Can't be another episode already. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Right, at this point, whatever lines you had on here were all bullshit, right? No good, because you've got a neck pocket in now. Everything's fixed in. So we're going to use our sexy straight edge from the company that will not be named. And I'm just going to reinstate and create a new centre line that everything's going to work on. There's my new centre line. I can see it. You probably can't on camera, but you're just going to have to fucking believe me. The next thing you need to do is just reinstate your scale length. So I'll go along there. I've got a little score mark on my ruler. It just lives there. That's fender scale length on there, so I don't have to read things because I fucking struggle. No. That's my scale length. Tickety boo. Now we can go back on here with our template. Scale lines marked on there. Centre lines marked. It's all done for you, innit? Can't go wrong. Nobber. We won't worry about humbuckers for a minute. We'll do that separately. I love a P90, but if I'm going to go humbucker, I'll go with a PAF, something that's not too mental. High output can fuck off back to Mongaria. It's not my cup of tea at all. So I know that that one's going to go there. I'm going to triple check everything because you might as well. We're going to be drilling holes, and that's a scary time, isn't it? So we'll pop that one back on there. We'll get our Tremus Maximus. Make sure that my high saddle is on there beautifully, and it is. So that's fine. I'm happy where that's going. Don't lose your bits. Don't lose your bits. Look at the camera, Paul. People want to see your face and your nips. Yeah, boy. So the first thing I'm going to drill out is me posts. When I do mine, I'll put some 2mm holes in here so you can go through with a little guide drill bit. So I'm going to stick this one down. Right, I'm just going to drill out me posts as a little pilot. That's a 10mm, so I'm going to go 9.5. 9.5, shall we? 9.5, and I've marked the depth on there nice and tight, 1mm deeper, so that's just going to go a little bit below the surface. Whew! Honestly, today's episode's like a fucking dot to dot, isn't it? Now remember, if you can't drill straight, use a pillar drill.
That's good advice.
Oh, it's going to be snug. So initially, we're just going to do this one. I'm going to drill it out most of the way. In fact, you can just drill it out manually. It doesn't really matter because you're going all the way through. So stick a block of shit on. Block of shit, technical, isn't it? Get out your fattest drill bit and just go all the way through. All right, you're nowhere near the lines. It's basically the same as what you were going to do on the pillar drill anyway. Everyone's at home going, he's doing it beyond, he's doing it beyond. Thought I didn't have my microphone on then. I normally have it a bit lower. I've probably been shouting at you a little bit today. So that's done. We can pop that on and we can router that out and go sort of balls deep. We don't have to go all the way through. Let's have a quick whip through, shall we? Right, now we need to decide how deep we're going to route in our Floyd. You've all got an idea in your head. 3mm, 5mm, what does it look like? I'll reinstate the neck and we'll put some cards on here just to space it out. And we'll just get a little visual cue about where it's going to sit with the saddles, and we'll just have a little mind's eye. Bear in mind, this is going to float on the posts, so you've got a bit of leeway on there. They're not as scary as you think. I'm going to have to take that hole all the way through. Excuse me a moment.
2 very boring minutes later.
Lovely. Right, now we're at that point. We can hopefully the trem will fit in there. Trevor Wilkinson's trem. Trevor's trem. Get on, Trev. Sorry, mate. Not you, Trevor. Marvellous. That's where he's sitting. Handsome. We're going to have to take this template off now, annoyingly. Template on, template off. Thank you, Mr. Miyagi, for your input there. That nut's like a bit awkward on this one. Nothing like an awkward nut to get you going. Bear in mind that's going to float a little bit, but let's just get a ruler on here with some cards. Right, let's try and get this whole shot in. That is 0.7mm. So that's going to sit on the first fret. It's a little bit high, but it's not the end of the world. This is about 1.8mm. That's fine. Let's get our ruler on. Got some magpies kicking the fuck out of something on the roof. Evil little cunts, isn't they? So that's going to sit on there. All right, we can get a little look now. And we can get down and get visual. And I can see Bear in mind this has got a float as well. It's got to go down 3mm to be flush. So 5mm will give me a float. I'm going to bring Dave in and show you that measurement. Because I know some of you are proper fucking nerdy. And you might be thinking, you're figuring that out all wrong. I probably am. Right, quick interlude, all right? This is a raffle series. This is for Man Down. It's massively important. And so the guitar I'm making is to be raffled. That's cool, the Limba one. But I'm going to raffle 3. There's 3 guitar prizes because everyone keeps saying that they like my prototypes. So the first one is this one, the one that everyone shit their pants about. And the reason I'm doing this one is because the electronics are really posh and is expensive. And they were donated by Dan Mincher, this ugly bastard. It's an absolute whopper, all right? And the second one is the prototype for the Milo Strat, all right? That one is gonna go in. I've put some covers on the back so it looks a little bit less ugly. A Will Laser Mung Bean prototype on here. It's got some Geico locking tuners, Warman single coils. This thing's absolutely great. And yeah, it's a prototype that did a lot better amongst you lot than I thought it would. It's very difficult to come up with new shapes. And but it's not a Strat. Don't call it a Strat because someone will fucking wank themselves into oblivion in pure rage. And what a way to come. Anyway, back to the video. 3 guitars. The link is below. 50% of all profits will go to Man Down. Brilliant. Let's make this a big raffle. Everyone get entered. And you've got 1 in 3 chance. And 4th and 5th prize are £100 gift vouchers from Crimson Guitars. That's them doing their bit for getting involved. Milo Studios, I'll make the mistakes, so you can as well. So I've brought that ruler in. We know that that is roughly where it's going to sit above the string line. I'm using this one here, look, and I'm just sitting that. That is basically going to sit on the saddle in there, and you can see how much higher that is than the ruler. Worst YouTube video ever, and it's about 3mm. It's about 3mm, and I want this to float. So really, we could sink down 6mm, take the whole thing down 6mm. And then what I'll do is I'll re-drill my post holes to depth again, and we should be away. The process now, in case you were wondering, is I'm going to stick that back on and I'm going to router out that profile 6mm. I'm not going to film it. There's no point. You know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to redo my post holes, and then we'll have a little look, and we'll see how bad it is. I'll knock in the post holes on camera because someone will be going, you should be using a wank press or something. You haven't got a wank press at home, Dave. This is kind of meeting you halfway. Oh, what would you do if you didn't have all the tools? Well, this is what you're going to be doing. This is the garage approach, all right? And you can still get it perfect. I'll see you after a bit of routing and drilling, and probably after my lunch as well because I'm getting a bit peckish. Not as peckish as those magpies though, fucking nasty bastards. Nature's murderers, innit, Dave? Right, so there we are. That's all looking. I'm going to walk on and do that again. Right, so there we are. That's all looking good, isn't it? Oh, a little bit of a peer behind the cameras there. What happens? What happens is I normally walk on and say something, completely fuck up my waffle, and have to do it again. But I'll just leave that in, just so you know I am genuinely a mung bean. But if you're not sat there in a Fuck It As Custom t-shirt, who even are you? What is wrong? If you're not flying the flag, walking down the street, everyone loves a flag these days, don't you? You've got to get behind the flag. Get behind mine, you tossers. Now, a very serious point. YouTube's unsubscribed about fucking 5 million people recently, so just check you're still subscribed. I'd love to get to 100k. Once I get to 100k, I don't have to give a fuck about subscribers anymore. It's just purely for my ego. So, and my kids might respect me a little tiny bit. They won't. If they do, it'll be fleeting, won't it? I've had a jalfrezi for lunch and I feel like it's affected my speech a little bit. Luckily, it hasn't given me an accent. Fuck me, I'd be cancelled if I was doing that one. What's that, Fisto? Get on, Fisto, you fucking tart. He got that nickname at a youth club. I should get all my He-Man figures out, really, shouldn't I? But people will probably just be calling me a pedo. Can't say that on YouTube. But you can in my accent, because the algorithm don't understand it. Speedy uppy? Fucking that was a right diatribe of shit, wasn't it?
If you're into guitars and how they're made, if you want to make them better when they are played, come and watch old Paul in the studio, straighten out the neck and away we go. If your action is high, we can lower it down. If the frets are buzzing, we can go to town. Set up your axe in less than a day, take it down to Fritzl's and give it a play. Bring me your suckers, your pimps pimps and hoes, take a visit to Mile House Studio.
Right, as he walks in from the other side, this is what we've got so far. It's a bit of a speedy update. I've cracked out. I've done lots of routing in other fucking series, haven't I? So, things that I've learned. That's route on the... Why am I shouting? Things that I've learned. This Floyd Rose template that I've got, which is over there in a pile of shit, it's not wide enough for the Wilkinson trem. So I had to just re-stick it on carefully and just take another 3mm off there to make it nice and equal. When that's floating, that's got loads of room. You can see it from the back. We've got a ton of room. All right, you could route a little bit more out if you wanted. Where that stick goes through, it's not the end of the world. It's a bit of a weird template, that. It doesn't... Not every Floyd Rose is created equal. Floyd Rose inspired trem. I've got my inserts in there from my mungbuckers. They're going to be sticking up a little bit more than that. That should be pretty bang on.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Right, we're getting silly. Let's do some carves. Let me just tell you what I'm going to do. I was going to do a Nurse Gladys Manuel. Not gonna, can't be fucking bothered. So we're gonna do one on the table saw, this big, huge comfort carve. We'll just wallop that off because it's super quick and easy. And then the back one, I've marked that out, but I'll show you how I marked it out because I used my bendy Fat Boy, not me knob. That one there, look, we put it on the Fat Boy, on the growler. We find a curve that we like and we draw a fucking line. All right, that's easy. Always keep one ruler for that because he's bent. Mrs. Richards says bent ones are better. And mine's straight as a fucking die. So that's disheartening. And then on the top, I've done the same. We've done that little carve. This one here, I'm going to do a bit different to normal. I'm going to go, I miss. Calm down, Paul. All right, it's not the end of the day yet. I miss me handsaw from the days of bashing sites. Now, back in the day, this is me 20-incher. I was always a fan of the 20-incher. Never liked the 22. And you've got to give him the wobble board. In homage to Rolf. Sorry. Fuck, have you guessed what it is yet? It's your cock, Rolf. Put it away, mate. She's fucking 14. Now, back in the day on site, you always give your saw a lady's name, right? This is Gloria. I've had Gloria for years. They wouldn't normally last more than a couple months. On the throwaway society, the throwaway age where people don't sharpen fuck all. Can't sharpen them, so don't blame me. I'm going to get this 22-incher, which is a bit too wobbly for me. And we're just basically going to cut down through lots of slots, probably a couple of mil back from each line. And then I'll just knock through and chisel it. And then I'll figure out a way of smoothing it out and making it look pretty. It's always a bit of a doggy way of doing it. We'll do the comfort carve first, though, because that's sexy, innit? I like a sexy comfort carve. And for that, I'll need a random piece of shit. Parts trays in the eBay store, sexy as fuck. NF50 free shape, the greatest Telecaster abomination ever conceived by man. And by man, I mean Paul Reed Smith, because I'd lick his boots. Right, so I'm going to draw some lines. 70, 90, 110. I don't know why I chose those numbers, but I just did. Pulled that right out of my rectum. I'm using my bendy ruler because it was on the bench. We'll draw some lines. All I'm going to do is have this one dead level with the bottom of that. And I'm just going to line this line up with the lines on the wood. I'm going to clamp that to it. And in fact, I might even stick it to it. Fuck it. Should we stick it? Should we stick it down? I'll have to give this a hoover. It's a bit dusty. We'll use some of this random double-sided tape that a subscriber gave me ages ago. I forgot your name, Chief, but thank you very much. I haven't used it much. Very ungrateful. Stick that on there. Comment below, do you name your saw? And what do you name her? Is it even a her? Is it sexist to use girly names? Does the person who taught you carpentry look like fucking Harry in the Hendersons? There, I'm going to stick that on. I'm going to lean on it and try not to look uncomfortable whilst making eye contact with you, Trevor. Put the crayons down. You've eaten enough. Right, so now when I whip that through the table saw, that's going to keep that nice and level. 10 degrees, wallop. Shall we? Speedy uppy. Only just started. I'm fucking shit high. Now that's an easy one to do. We can just bung the sander on there now. More ears. Oh, That's why I don't use double-sided tip. It sticks too well, doesn't it? Jesus, wet for his. He might have wet for his disciples. I don't know. I wasn't there. Right, that's that bit. I mean, that's remarkably easy, isn't it? Very sustainable, easy to do. If you haven't got a table saw, do it a different way. I can't say any fairer than that, can I? Really? Use Mr. Shinto, yeah, El Shinto, and a block plane or an arm plane. I mean, at this point, I'm literally just making noises at you. It's riveting fucking viewing, isn't it? How have you all been? How have you all been? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I've got it fucking written everywhere. Oh, I haven't changed the sign. Hang on. Can't argue with that, can you? Now, that's that bit done. On goes me clamp. I'm going to clamp him down and I'm going to do a bit of hand sawing. It's exciting today, isn't it? Might move, might not. That clamp's shit. Or the user is. I'll bring Dave in. Come on, Dave. Outing. Look at that. He's wobbling on his pole. Calm down, slag. Oh, I haven't used a hand saw for ages. It's lovely, nostalgic. I've got to say, it's future me. I fucking made a right ass of filming this up. So we're going to skip forward to another bit of the build and then we're going to come back and then episode 4 we'll get it all sewn up. Don't forget it's a raffle build and there's 3 guitars, 2 prototypes in this one. 1, 2 and 3 prize. I'm not making much sense. But anyway, I'm just excusing myself for the shit videography. You should be used to it by now, to be honest. Right, so a lot of sanding and a lot of hoovering have just been done. Bored out of my skull, but everything's looking lovely and smooth and delicious and ready for a bit of oil. Woo! Got little tiny Milo Studios on there. Look, little teeny tiny one. There I go again, teeny tiny. I sound like me missus. And she's off her fucking pickle. Right, Earth Paint Mountain Floor and Furniture Sealer. It is made from cashew oil and it's really expensive because I had to pay to have it imported from the States. It smells phenomenal, which so far, all of my dicking around with it, that's the only thing I like about it is the smell. It's like a nicer smelling True Oil. It's an absolute bastard to stir up because there's some white shit that settles in the bottom. Testicular ooze. So basically, if you have any excess of this left on the wood, it will not dry at all. Come in next day, still wet, tacky and horrible. So we'll be avoiding that. I've got something over there to stick all this up with. So I've got a stick there that I can put that on with and oil it and then hang it up. And then this one here, I will get the oil on it and then I've got a little bit on there I can screw it on. I'll show you. Anyway, let's get a rag because we're waffling wank. Now the first coat will dry really quickly, so I'll get the first coat on and then before I go home today, it is Friday afternoon, I'm about to go live for, I've got to go live tonight and there's a video due in a minute. I'm talking while I'm doing things, that's very unprofessional, I apologise. So yeah, I'll get this on now, it is 1 o'clock, I will get a coat on and then I will get another coat on before I go home. This stuff is, I'm not sure. I've got to need to experiment. I'm sure it's more flexible than I think. But anyway, let's get some on. Like I say, the first coat will soak in a lot. Right, This is where I insert a special wave from some other time because I didn't include it when I was filming the other day. So this is me splicing in some bollocks. See you later, everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and hype it because apparently camels die.